Hi everyone, here we are today. We're in Georgetown, Prince Edward Island. In behind me is the East Isle Shipyard. Originally, this shipyard was located in Bathurst, New Brunswick, and it was called Bathurst Marine. In 1965, it moved here to Georgetown, Prince Edward Island. During the frigate project in St. John, New Brunswick, they were building the frigates, and here they were building tugs for the Royal Canadian Navy. Although they built ships for the Navy, they also built ships for the international market, and those tugs were sold as far away as Europe and the Panama Canal. Atlantic Towing, many of their vessels, even the ones in operation today, were also constructed at this facility. In 2010 is when this facility stopped being in operation, and unfortunately there were about 100 jobs that were lost and $3 million to the local economy that went to Halifax. Similar to the story of the shipyard in St. John, New Brunswick, we had quite the facility. It had operated for many years, and then to be shuttered away. I know I was quite young, and many kids that were in school with me, their fathers worked at the shipyard, and they had to move away after it had closed. So we know what the economic impact is when you lose a facility like this. You can see the building behind me where they would have constructed the vessels, and has the huge doors on the front of it. From here, you can see the old cradle and the slipway going in the water. So all the ships that would have been constructed in that building would have been put on a cradle and slid down into the water right here. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to swim along this slipway and see what kind of life has taken hold. I know out a little further, it looks like they've dredged it. Should be a little bit of drop off. There might be things that have fallen off the ships over the years of being put in. So let's get in the water and see what we can find. Hey, so we just got out of the water. I just want to show you a little bit more about the construction of this slipway. So you can see they have this massive cradle on a rail system that goes all the way out. And that's what we were following along. We got all the way to the end, which was about 22 feet deep. And unfortunately, the visibility became really poor, so I wasn't able to continue on. I don't think there was very much else to see out there anyway. On the way out, you could see some crabs and lobsters. Found a really large lobster living right in the side of one of those I-beams. There were a few small fish and these white translucent looking animals. I believe they're called sea vases. I was surprised that there wasn't more mussels living on the side of this as well. We found a little bit of garbage, so I'm glad that we're able to, clean that up, get that out of there. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you guys learned a little bit about the area here, and you might come and visit Georgetown, Prince Edward Island someday. Although the shipyard looks to be abandoned, it is not. It's still owned by Irvine Shipbuilding, and if you came here, you wouldn't be allowed on the grounds of the facility. But it is neat, as a New Brunswicker and someone from St. John, to come to where most, if not all, of our tugboats in our harbor came from, and to have swam on the slipway that all of them would have went down.